This is a very different kind of living room makeover, one where we won't be spending a single dollar. Instead, we're going to make over this room the way most of us realistically redecorate, using the things we already have. We're going to talk through realistic ways to solve the problems of layout, wall decor, as well as styling for ADHD and the organizationally challenged. It's going to be a banger, y'all. Hi, welcome back. We are in for a treat today, if I do say so myself. We're doing a room makeover without buying anything new, and we have a very special guest today. This is, come in. Wow. This is my dear friend, Julia. Julia and I first met through our mom.
Yeah, from her womb.
Yeah, because we have the same mom. She's my baby sister.
Yeah.
Julia told me she gets jealous sometimes when subscribers on the channel say that I'm their big sister, because she said, she's my fucking big sister.
Yeah, she is someone's big sister, and it's me.
The deal for this makeover, if you're new here, we're not going to be buying anything new. We are just going to be working with what she already has. We're going to focus on how to arrange your things, how to reimagine your space, layout. We're going to go shopping within her own home. Body roll. She lives in this very sweet as heck apartment with one roommate.
And Zoo.
And Zoosa. This is really Zoo's house. You might know, look how cute she is. Kazoo was on my channel months ago when she was just a baby dog. So we're doing living room today. Kazoo, you're truly a dum-dum. Come on, get your girl. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's show the space, y'all.
Sweet.
My sister Julia is 8 years younger than me. She is currently getting her master's in social work and lives in this adorable, light-filled apartment in Richmond, Virginia.
I'm pretty happy with the space right now. I like having like all my books and my plants around here. I like my color scheme generally. Pretty happy with it, but I just know that you can like take it to like an extra fun and like intentional level.
I think that you have a very cohesive, like eclectic cutie pie, fairy in her cabin kind of vibe going on here. I know sometimes you struggle with your ADHD organizations. Julia is, as far as I'm concerned, the ADHD poster child. So we're going to work on organizing in a way that is sustainable and makes sense for you. You also have a lot of great art we can hang up and play around with. You've got your little piano section. I kind of like how you've set things up, but we're just gonna tinker for the heck of it. Also want to give a shout out that I once again specifically requested Julia did not clean up or tidy anything, because when I come into a space I want to see how it's actually lived in and where the junk piles up. Julia, what you want to show us all the things you strategically left on the floor and did not clean up? That's really good. Wow, that's important.
This was on its side before.
Okay, thank you. The other thing that's a sign that Julia's been around is her diabetes test strip. She's been type 1 diabetic since she was 7 years old, and you always know where Julia's been because you'll just find needles scattered on the floor and little test strips. Girl, number one, do you have a vacuum?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you gave me it.
I gave her the vacuum because I came here one time and I was like, I can tell you don't have one. If your space is feeling tired, I really recommend you start with clearing out the entire room. It's much harder to reimagine your space while staring at the current layout.
Wow.
Clearing out this room helped me realize that I would like to take advantage of this little window nook a little more. Stay tuned. And frankly, Julia already had a great layout, but you will be shocked how different your space feels, even when you just switch things around every once in a while. And that brings us to the very next step, which is cleaning. Nobody likes it. Okay, we got dust and dirt, and I would really dissuade anyone from shaming anyone else about dust. Most people I know are not good dusters, especially when you have a pet. It's so much harder. Dusting is just the devil's work. I don't think it's realistic or helpful to tell everyone they have to become like a daily or weekly duster, but if you do your deep clean, even just like once a month, that will make such a difference in your space. Maybe do it once a month. Have a little party with you and your roommate and your dog.
Kazoo, you gonna be dusting?
Listen, if you're like me, you probably want to skip cleaning and jump immediately to buying new things, buying decor, buying stuff, and you will likely get an immediate dopamine hit from that purchase. But the other thing you'll get is more clutter. And the thing you won't be getting is a better system to keep your home tidy. Buying new decor without also cleaning is kind of like buying a fancy dress, but wearing it super wrinkled. Style is in the details. Maybe do a little bargain with yourself. Okay, I can go in on that purchase, but first I'm gonna take a moment to improve my system for tidying in one small way. You'll thank me later. You're doing a really good job laboring.
Yeah,
I really
want me to work really hard.
Are you really proud of me?
Tell me I was gonna do so much work.
But she's cleaning really nice against her will. Mom's gonna be delighted at your cleaning. So step one, we just cleared out the space to give us a blank canvas to reimagine, get all the dust gone. 𝗍𝐿 has honestly not helped at all. And then I've put together piles. We've got some decor, we got some trash collected. I need you to go through some things, Jija. Before we move on to layout, let's do a quick declutter. This is hard. When you're decluttering, important questions to ask yourself: am I keeping this out of guilt or obligation? If I spilled red wine on this object, how hard would I work to revive it? Do I have more than one of these items? Does this item add more value to my life than the clutter adds stress?
I guess this doesn't need to be out here. But these all, yeah.
Those ones stay. Cool. This little collection, this little army of earbuds, that's fine. It's fine. But I don't think it's the best place. Are you gonna use those?
Yes.
But maybe we just find them a home, yeah?
But like, where are you supposed to put things like that?
Tiny cup! Tiny cup! Come on, tiny cup. Like literally in there.
Okay.
Wow, good job. Does that work for you?
Yeah, it works. I've just never had to think so hard about my buds before.
Okay, well, if it for some reason didn't work for you, like you're like, I will never find them if they're not out on the table, then I would let you leave them out on the table.
No, they work.
They work?
They work. I've just never had to think so hard about it before.
She's doing really sweet. Let's talk layout. If you're stumped on layout, it might be because you haven't clearly defined the space's function or the space's priority. As soon as I saw this little inset corner near the windows, I immediately wanted to play it up and make it a little reading nook for Julia, who reads a ton. I never pass up a nook opportunity. And once we defined the book nook as the space's priority, it became clear that the sofa could only then fit on the other wall, and then the accent furniture would flank each of those sitting areas. So by establishing the priority in your space, the thing you have to have or the thing you want to have, then the rest of the layout can flow by process of elimination. She's so obsessed with you. This dog is like probably gonna kill Julia and try to wear her.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that she loves me so much as that she is trying to eat me.
I know I look ridiculous vacuuming the sofa, but I don't know if I'm like the only person who does that, but I don't have the hand vacuum and it's the same deal. It's the same deal. So vacuum your sofa. It makes a big difference. Like if you have the hand guy, congratulations to you, but not required. While experimenting with layout, you'll notice that I continually sit in each seat in order to experience the room from there. Can I see around the dresser if I'm talking to someone in the other chair? Can I easily set down my phone or a drink without having to stand up and take a step? Do I feel included in group conversation? Julia said no one ever really sits in this chair, but you know, if guests come over, hey, rude. Function and ease should be the priority. Function, because if there's never anywhere to set down your book or phone, junk will just start piling up in places you don't want it. And ease, because luxury is all about ease of use. When you need something, it's right at hand. Whether you live in a palace or a bungalow, you can have that sense of luxury.
Do you want me to move the camera?
It's in frame.
Okay.
They're used to it. They're used to these angles. Okay, I love this sofa Julia has. This is an IKEA sofa, right?
Yeah.
I really like the little traditional touches, the arms, the legs. I think it's great. And we can give it like a facelift, just make it significantly better, again with the little details. I highly recommend removing armrest covers. They generally just look sloppy and institutional. And we can transform the sofa by giving the cushions a good vacuum, a strong fluffing, and even flipping them to their opposite sides so they sit upright again. And in a few minutes, we can go from a sofa that I would never buy off Facebook Marketplace to one that I would totally buy. I think people end up throwing unnecessary money at design problems because they just don't know how to get creative in solving them otherwise. But not every design problem needs to cost a ton of money. Hot take right here. The best design skill you can have is resourcefulness. This is unconventional, but I wonder if we can take those armchair covers and stuff the front of this like a padded bra. I mean, that's actually not that bad compared to that. Sure, having fancy exotic stonework or access to high-end architects is fun. Well, I'm not opposed to this. But if you can sharpen your resourcefulness, you will find accessible design solutions all around you. We're having a fight. We're having a fight because I think this would be really cool and creative and resourceful to be your little side table. Come on, let me just freaking style it for you. But Julia's saying it's gonna annoy her and she's gonna move it, which I accept.
I think it is resourceful and cool, but I feel like I'm gonna trip on it.
I accept. I wouldn't ever push someone on this as much unless they were my sister, but just visualize. You're not gonna trip on that, you can see it, and then you have a cup.
I know, it's really cute.
Come on, it's really cute.
It is really cute.
Come on, that's really cute. Come here. What the hell?
It is, but I just feel like it is serving a functional purpose on that.
I accept and I respect. I don't respect, but I tolerate. But take notes at home. I think this is cute. Wow. Hey, one of the hardest things in doing a room makeover, reimagining your space, is like staying focused on the goal, on the vision. It's so easy to start making decisions that are like, oh, but I saw this one thing and this could go here and I kind of like that. And it just like, you make one decision at a time that pulls you away from your North Star, like your destination point for the vision of the space. And if you struggle with that, which I do, one of the best tools you can use is Milanote. I keep doing this, and I don't like that. Why do I keep doing this? I wasn't using it for like a no-buy makeover. Right now I'm just tinkering, but I use Milanote for room makeovers where there's like an initial vision board, we're making purchases, we're getting fabrics. There's a room makeover coming up for a subscriber, and Milanote has been the keeper of the vision, the keeper of the North Star. I asked them to sponsor today's video because they're just like an invaluable tool. They're invaluable! This is how I'm using it. If you're tackling a room design, you are completely missing out if you aren't using Milanote. It's a tool for all of your creative projects. It even includes ready-to-go templates for mood board, design plans, products list. It just makes it so much easier. If you're a visual thinker like me, it helps you organize your ideas in a way that makes sense to you and you can execute on. I'm using Milanote for an upcoming subscriber room makeover, stay tuned, because it's the tool that helps keep me oriented towards my North Star. You can add inspo images, videos, notes, tasks, shopping lists. You can even share your boards with others so you can get collaborative feedback all in one place. They also have a web clipper extension so you can easily add inspo images from anywhere. And of course, they have a mobile app for when you're hustling on the go. So if you find that you start out with a really great vision for your space, but then the end result feels like it's off and you're like, how did we get off track along the way? The biggest thing I would recommend is having an organizational tool like Milanote that can keep you on track. If you want to make your room designs so much easier, you can sign up for a free Milanote account using the link in the description. It is available for free forever. Cannot recommend it enough. Okay, everything looks like chaos because I'm still storing stuff back there, but I think we have the layout solidified, and now I'm just gonna tinker with decor stuff. I'm not gonna reveal anything to you yet, but I think we're in a good spot. One thing that can be really effective to do when you have a bunch of shelves or open storage is just visually balancing it. This is what the bookshelf was looking like before. It wasn't bad, but I think we can just play around with some of the textures and variation. If your open shelving could use a little more flow, then here are some factors to play around with. Think about varying textures. Don't put all your baskets all in one corner. Space them out. Vary the silhouettes. A plant can be a great organic silhouette to break up all the right angles of too many books. Try varying visual weight. If there are a series of books that need to stay together, consider moving those to a bottom shelf like an anchor, or intersperse them with areas of less dense items. And of course, vary the heights. Turning some books sideways or adding a short or tall decor item can help bring height variation. Someone's gonna yell at me and be like, but you can't see what the title is. If it's a book you need to see the title of, here's the solution. Don't use that book for this, okay? If you need to see the title, then don't do that. Are we okay? Oh, okay. This is just a moment to appreciate how cute Julia is. That's nice. I was just complimenting her gym outfit.
Yeah, it makes you really strong.
It makes you really strong to be cute.
Okay, while Julia goes to the gym, let's talk about wall art, okay?
We're gonna talk art things. So Julia is a very talented artist. She's painted or created a lot of the stuff in here. I'll show you some of the stuff she's done. It's so cool. And she has a ton of art options. We'll have to ask her the story with this guy. I don't know who this is. Maybe it's me. There's infinite possibilities of how we could hang art in this space. And I think it can be really overwhelming to figure out where the art goes. I do it by just like process of elimination. The one thing I know for sure I want is little pieces scattered gallery wall-ish through the corner here, and that's gonna help complete and solidify the little library corner as its own zone.
In the same way that a rug can help define a zone of your home, your wall art can also help define a zone. So I'm going to concentrate a lot of the wall decor around our reading corner, building it up vertically and flanking either side of the windows to help define this corner as its own zone. And because I've defined the reading corner gallery wall as a priority, process of elimination guides me to choose a simpler arrangement on the other wall so that we don't get overwhelmed.
I love this piece. This is a carousel that was like near where we grew up. And then at the bottom it says, "Mommy is the carousel singing." And that is a direct quote from Julia when Julia was like 4 or 5, and she would ask my mom if the carousel was running, and she would always say, "Is the carousel singing today?" And it's so cute. So they made this for her.
Look who being so cute in her bed. Are you liking your library? Library corner?
She's moping because her mom went to the gym.
You really moping, huh? You really putting on a scene, huh? Oh, I know, she gonna come back.
Your mom is here. She run away.
Hey, Meow.
Your mommy here. I'm just putting up some things for your corner.
Freaking cute.
Do you like?
Yeah, girl.
Okay, so we're doing pretty well. I've been hanging art for like 2 hours and kind of getting stumped a little bit by where to put things. I have a pattern. When I get stuck on a problem, I don't want to walk away until I've solved it. I like can't do anything else. And that's actually really not the way to solve a hard problem. I know that when you're like stuck and you've been looking at something for too long, the best thing you can do is take a break and walk away, go do something else, go for a walk, go talk to somebody, eat a popsicle. So Julie and I are gonna go get dinner. Time for a little break, I think.
You think I want your bone? You think I want your bone?
So paranoid. I taken a video.
Wow, girl.
Whoa, hi, good morning. It's the next day. We had a really nice dinner and that was the correct thing to do. Afterwards, I came back here and I did more styling till like 1 a.m. and I feel like I got way more answers and I feel way more better. Okay, I didn't sleep that much.
Let's talk styling and organization for the attention deficit inclined. Tip 1, give yourself visual reminders of where things are and where things go. If pens and pencils are always used and always scattered about, give them an intentional home that is easily accessible, not hidden away in closed storage. Easier to access, easier to put away, and easier to find again later. Tip 2, stop trying to change your behavior patterns and instead change your storage system. Julia told me her art supplies often gets left on the sofa and she struggles to put it away in the closet. Great, let's make a home for the art supplies by the sofa then. Stop beating yourself up for your behavior patterns and lean into them. This is your life and you are not doing it wrong. Tip 3, put catch-all trays and drop zones everywhere. This is also important if you have kids and toys scattered. And this is something Julia had already done really well. The additional step is knowing that you will likely need to declutter those catch-alls semi-regularly. And that is not a failure. That is a working system where clutter is contained until it can be addressed. And when possible, you should always add a teeny tiny walnut vase made by our brother. Etsy shop linked in description. Duh.
Okay, whoa, I'm delighted. That was kind of a hard one for me. It was like a tricky puzzle to solve. It kind of felt like that game Rush Hour, if you've ever played that little game with the cars where you're trying to undo
like a traffic jam. That's what it felt like, of just figuring out like which pieces go where. I think when you're trying to solve one of those problems, step away, look at it anew. Also, you can always change it. I'm always changing things in my home, but I feel very delighted at this special gift. Okay, I'm gonna bring in Julia and the kazoo. They've already seen it because they're living here. I don't know how to keep it a surprise from people.
Wow.
Enter, enter.
Wow, I'm entering.
Wow, she's entering.
Wow.
It's
This is my new home.
Wow, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way. Cause I found my way.
Wow, girl. Like, I liked what I had before, but it feels so much more, like, artistic. Like, it really is like an art form when you, like, bring it to a certain level. I don't even want to say you stepped it up a level. You stepped it up, like, 10 levels. You made such a better use of the space in the corner over here.
Love a nook. Can't pass up a nook.
I love a nook, and also it was just, like, kind of weird before because there was, like, the couch, and then there was kind of, like, a gap, and there was a bunch of crap in the corner, kind of hidden behind my table.
Oh, it was like wasted space.
Yeah, and it also just like looked a little messy, and I was always kind of trying to like shuffle stuff so it was hidden behind the table. And now it's a really intentional use of it, and I'm so excited to sit in that chair over there.
Oh yeah!
And just be like a sweet girl in my chair with my books.
I knew you needed a little night library nook. I feel like that's like almost every girl's fantasy, whether you're literate or
Yes.
not. It's just like having a library nook.
Wow, Zoo's really happy.
Zoo's really complimenting it. Yeah. You pooped in the kitchen. You pooped in the kitchen.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Even like the bookshelves look a lot better. Yeah, they just look so much better. I don't have like the vocabulary to describe it, but before it was just kind of like there's books there, and now they're like very cohesive.
You're sweet.
Yeah, like even just like the way you positioned my little like fireball bottle on top of the books, like feels really intentional and decor.
Thank you for letting me force you to compliment it.
I've just been praising her all day,
That's
so
true.
I might as well get it on camera.
Yeah, these are not these are forced compliments, but basically, are you delight?
I'm really delight.
Good, gun to your head.
I'm definitely gonna be living in that corner over there, which has kind of been my roommate's chair. But like, I freaking love that nook so much. It's so cozy and just like surrounded by plants and art and books. Is so sweet.
It wasn't a bunch of clutter. It wasn't a bunch of junk. You cucaracha. I think it's mostly about making sure that things are easy for you to put away. Like, I think Kazoo did a really good job.
She worked really hard on this.
Oh, her little hands. I love her hands hugging you.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her hands hugging you. Kazoo, behave for once in your life. I want to give the biggest thank you to my sister.
Wow.
Who I love. Wow.
You are so welcome.
Okay. But seriously, for everybody watching, it is very vulnerable to open up your space. She's the best team player. She's so vulnerable.
Wow.
You're really vulnerable. And Kazoo was vulnerable too. She tried to hump us. Yeah, thanks for letting me come tinker.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me make a video.
Space looks so hot. It's hot now, girl. I feel like we had a good back and forth.
Yeah.
A good rapport.
We had a good rapport. We consulted together.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, I love you.
I love you.
I love you so much till death. Julia, take it out for us with the body roll.
Look to camera, stare dead-eyed to camera. That's my favorite move.
Let me feel
Go. Wow. Okay, she hates it. She hates it. Good job. Wow. Good job.
It's just abuse.
Okay, this is nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day, 'cause I found my way.